riding around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me sip. Water like a fish sip. Box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world a makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see.
Oh, baby. Get it, baby. No. Big boy gang today. Big boy stuff today. Yo. Y'all disregard my bad, man. I got to get a new mic. I broke my mic cord, so my audio might sound bad today. But let me tell you something, man. This is the type of stuff I hate. These dudes, they are such a tease. What I just saw today from DeAndre Hunter, bro, I don't know what to believe it or not. I want to believe it so bad, bro. Because, man, bruh. He was on fire tonight, man. His stroke looked so smooth. He shot the ball with confidence. And I'm just like, damn, where the fuck this dude been this whole time, man? We're a completely different team, dog. Bruh. We are a completely different team when Hunter is balling. The problem is, why hasn't he been balling like this? Oh, man. Guys, if you would have told me, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all, man. I'm gonna be 100% honest. If y'all would have told me we was gonna win 2 games on the road, on this road trip, when we started this, I wouldn't have believed you. I would not have believed you. Okay? So right now, 2 wins on this road trip could have been 3 because the Portland game, bruh, I mean, we could have fell out of the play-in contention. So, man, listen, I would love to finish off this road trip tomorrow, man. Bruh. Shout out to Trey with a good game today, man. I got to go double check the numbers, man. But, it seemed like, bro, we didn't turn the ball over. Obviously, we had a nice, at one point we was up 22. But, teams go make runs. So, it happened. I don't know what it is, man. When he put them starters back in the game in the fourth quarter, and this is a consistent thing. It's like the starters. I don't know what they do when they come in the game in the fourth quarter, man. Like they always come in and they trick off the lead. I have no idea what's going on with these guys, but they pulled it. They called that timeout. They pulled it together, man. Okongwu had a nice game tonight. Damn, bro, we be looking. You know what, guys? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna drink the Kool-Aid, man. I'm not gonna drink the Kool-Aid. Not yet. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. We look so good, man, these past 2 games, bro. But I can't drink the Kool-Aid yet, man. I'm not gonna let the Hawks get me again. I'm not gonna let them get me again, man. But great game tonight. Great game. AJ Griffin, man, that dude different, man. He different. Jalen Johnson looked active in limited minutes. It was just all around good game. It was just all around good game. Let me bring on the boy Analyst up in the building. Shout out my guy Analyst. What's going on, homie?
What's up? Man, good. This was a good win. I wanted us. We got out to another fast start. I wanted us to kind of put our foot on their throat early again, like we did Phoenix. But I said Utah. I said to me they're a more grittier team, and they hit a lot of tough shots. So we're not gonna be able to bury them like we did Phoenix. But listen, I tell you, this was different from last game. Everyone didn't have a great game, but I thought the people that did have a great game that were due for one had it. For instance, DeAndre Hunter. This dude looked like he could be what we've all been wanting him to be, which is a star. If he can just become consistent, that's his biggest thing. DeAndre was just so great tonight. 66% from the field. I mean, what more do you want out of your starting small forward? Trae Young. I think he was trying to. I think he's got that chip on his shoulder. He played in Utah. That's where the All-Star game is going to be. He got that chip on his shoulder. I saw this dude lock down Jordan Clarkson. Okay, this dude was playing some defense. Right, I can go to his offense. He had a big 3, 52% from the field. Yeah, hey, that's efficient. But the man was playing defense. He was out there. It seemed like to me he took it more personal. I even thought Onyeka off the bench was big for us. I thought he grabbed some big boards for us. He was grabbing, especially in the first half, a lot of offensive rebounds, getting some second chance points there for us. I thought Jalen was solid. I was upset at him when he missed those 2 free throws, but I thought he was really good. But Bogdanović, he wasn't good all game, but he was good when we needed him to be good down that stretch when he hit those 2 consecutive threes. He made a couple good passes. A lot of people won't look at it. He had that big block where we were able to get possession of the ball somehow. But so that was really good. AJ, he just even though he only had 5 points tonight, he just his impact on the game. And then John. We're not gonna. I won't. I won't root it with John. And then
I will.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Hey, I'll say John for you, Juan. But listen, I think Murray. I won't get on him too bad. I know he's been having a good stretch or whatever, but he was disgraceful tonight. But that's okay. That's okay. How we lost, then y'all would have heard a lot more anger from me with Murray. But no, I'm glad for the win. And listen, it was a tough grind that out on Utah is a place we haven't won in a long time. We finally got one, and Denver next is a place we have not won in a long time. So good win for us. I'm happy, and it's good to see you back on here, Juan.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just came back overseas here. Been back for like almost 3 days, so yeah, I'm still jet lagged myself right now. But still catch the boys playing, man. It's morning time. It's Saturday over here, so like you said, Yeah, to piggyback off you, man. Good win. 2 on the road. The blowout to Phoenix, and then come out here being up 22. I was like, man, I was drinking, I was sipping the Kool-Aid through a straw. I was sipping the fruit punch through a straw, bro. And I was like, hold on, you know what I mean? Let me dial it back a little bit when it gets down to 5. And I was like, man, come on, because we up 22. Like, I don't expect them to win the game by 22, you know what I mean? But I did expect to probably win the game with a double-digit lead the way we were playing. But we reverted back to a couple old habits there towards the end of the fourth quarter. Chat, I'm letting y'all know now. I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't biting my tongue for nobody. I'm gonna address the positives and I'm gonna address the negatives. That's being a realist. You know what I mean?
Go.
Positives, man. I think collectively, we play good bench and starters. I think the bench kind of pushed the lead to 22 when they came in the second quarter, and that kind of like set the standard for how we was gonna play for the rest of the night, and we kept that lead consistently throughout the game, even though it got close. Okongwu, there's a big sample size right now. You can say 25 games or more. He needs to be starting in double, and the Capella needs to come off the bench. I don't know how much more you can stretch. He's more aggressive. He can guard the perimeter. He's guarding the rim. He can shoot the 15, the 10, the 12, 15 footer now. He can space them out. He's more active on the boards. Capella's just flat-footed. I mean, Clarkson body. I mean, just he's flat-footed, man. He's a sloth, man. He can't move. You know what I mean? That's why he didn't have to play towards the end of the game. You know what I mean? Because he's not as mobile no more, man. And so that's why Double O is taking a lot more of those minutes. And like you said, Damon, he got a double off the bench, man. You know what I mean? Like he's just it's starting to become more consistent night after night. They say he had 17 against Phoenix, and he had 15 against Utah. And they got number 7 footers in their starting lineup, man. You know what I mean? And so that's kudos to him. I see Gerald talking about, no, yes. Yes. All right. I didn't say Capella trade him. I said bring him off the bench.
Well, I say trade him, but you know.
Yeah, I know you said. Look, man, I told y'all how I feel about Hunter, and I stand by it. Hunter, my favorite player, bro. I told you, if Hunter could give you more nights like that while guarding the best perimeter players and switching and playing sometimes 2 through 4. He's easily the best player on the Hawks because he's a two-way player and he's a above average defender and he can get you 20 plus points. I've already said that. He looked like Kawhi Leonard tonight in the flesh. I mean, his mid-range game was just Kawhi-esque, man. Every time he touched the ball, it looked like it was going in. He damn near made every shot he had. He was like 9 for 14 or something like that. You know what I mean? He had 26 points, man. And like that dagger three he shot, I was like, all right, that's a turning point. That's a growing point right there. You know what I mean? Like he shot that with confidence. You saw him, his hands right there, right? Yeah. He was already in the shooting motion. When he caught the ball. And like it was wet, man. Every shot he shot, man. They was talking about, because I watched the Utah Jazz broadcast, and it was pure. It was like, that's pure. Every time he shot, pure. That mother was hitting number nets, no backboard, no rim, nothing. Pure shots he was taking tonight. So kudos to him. I thought Trey was really well as an initiator. You know what I mean? He did shoot some dumbass threes at the end. You know what I mean? Like I was like, bro, what are you doing? You about to bring him back in the game? Stop shooting these threes. Hey, Damon, look, bro. That's like you said. Trey could be shooting less than 3 threes a game. He was 2 for 8 tonight. 2 from 8. If you wouldn't have made that last 3 to put us at 109 or 101, he would have been 1 for 7, man, or 1 for 8.
Bro,
so he got to stop shooting threes, bro. He's not making them. He's not making the threes. Go shoot your floater. He made all his floaters tonight. I'd rather you shoot floaters and get and ones.
Bro, they rarely even contest his threes for real.
Yeah,
for real.
Man. And so his three ball shot, it's bad this year, and I think his shoulder has something to do with it. You know, I'm leaning a little bit towards. They've been having a lot of little nagging pains this year as opposed to last year. So I think his shoulder might have something to do with it. But you know, it could just be like his shot is just off. Finally, before I pass on the mat, JC, bro. Moment of silence.
Hey, bro. Glow Mavs, y'all in here? Listen to JC. Y'all want JC? So go to get the scout report.
This man had 10 points in the first quarter and then scored the rest of the game. He had 10 points in the first quarter and then scored the rest of the game. I watched Jordan Clarkson put him on his ass, man. And I'm just like, JC, bro, this is becoming a common thing every night. Guards are just Joe Jackson. He don't scare nobody, first and foremost. You know what I mean? He gets pushed around by the smallest of guards on the floor, man. And they left him open in the corner for threes, and just like a fool, he kept taking them because he can't dribble. He can't dribble. He can't dribble. So all he got to do is shoot. You saw Lauri Markkanen did. Lauri Markkanen is a man, bro. Ferrell, you
Let me
cut your mic off, bro.
There you go. Go ahead.
Hey, man, Lauri Markkanen is a man's man, bro. He deserved to be an all-star game. 25-10. I can't believe many people talking about we shouldn't have traded for him a year and a half ago. Like, it is what it is. But, good game. Glad we won. You know what I mean? Pass on to you, Matt. Your take.
I was saying the same thing about Jeremy Grant.
I'm very excited we won. I will say I am disappointed in Damon. Your esteemed military background, Damon. You, of all people, should know. You hold your top captains to the highest standard. And now, granted, I didn't hear everything you said at the beginning, but Murray tonight, this is that dim star I talk about all the time. And Damon, I wanted you, Damon, to hammer the point that he was an epic fail tonight. I've said it for the last couple of weeks. Our second best player is DeAndre Hunter, or should be DeAndre Hunter. Organizationally, that's where we should put all our developmental, as far as the starting lineup, should put our developmental focus behind is Hunter, because if you could give us a game similar to tonight, I'm not expecting 25 points, but the efficiency, the two-way, ability, if he could do that somewhat consistently, often, I think that $100 million or whatever, $95 million is going to look like a steal in 2 years, But overall, like Okongwu, Juan, I couldn't agree more. I know Gerald fighting me in the comments section, but Okongwu needs to start. I've been saying that for 3 weeks now. He needs to start. Capella either needs to. I would trade him. I mean, he makes $20 million a year, and it's just not the bad that I think he's slipping as far as his play, but it's also the mistakes, the turnover. I mean, the travel, the tipping the ball in.
What was
the
he
cylinder.
doing, bro?
This dude was retarded. He is retarded, bro.
I mean, you are a veteran in this league. I expect you to since Mike is here, I'll bring up the IQ piece, right? He's a veteran. He's not a young guy. So his IQ is just, he makes too many mistakes consistently for the money we pay him and for his production. I mean, Okongwu should not have a better stat line, in less minutes at that price point. It's unacceptable.
He should be starting.
So Okongwu should be starting. Hunter should be the focus going forward as our second best player. I'm sorry, Damon. And overall, if we could keep this pace and keep the defense where it is, 15, 14, 13, whatever it is in the league, we can at least salvage the season where we're a playoff team, and maybe only have to win one play-in game to get into the playoffs.
Matt,
what's up?
Listen to me. Listen to me. That's one game from Hunter. That's one.
He's had multiple games like that. Now I'll give you the consistent piece.
Hold on. We traded up to the number 4 overall pick to get this guy.
Yeah.
This is year what? Year 4 for Hunter?
But I told you, Damon, what did I tell you over the summer?
So to me,
I said players like him pop in year 4.
Hunter is behind schedule. He's behind. He should have been doing this last year, probably the year before, to be honest.
Remember, he had the injury history, though. His knees, man.
Yeah. The injury history, and Damon, you got to keep in mind, he hasn't been like in college. He didn't play a role like this where they needed him to score every night. He was a defender, score occasionally. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't his role.
Sounds like excuses. He should have been hooping like this.
And I agree, and that's why. And by the way, the injury thing, that is why I wanted him and Cam Reddish out of Atlanta. I mean, they were, if one injured, there was another one coming up right after. Cam would come back from 6 months from sliding on the ground. Then Hunter had come back 6 months from walking into practice. So I wanted them both gone at the time. But
the sad thing is, the sad thing is, we don't even know who drafted these dudes. Who drafted them? Travis or Nick?
Pharaoh got 2 accounts up here.
Gerald, can you explain in the comment section why you want John Collins to go to the bench but not Capella?
What? What did he say?
He said move O'Connell to the 4, put John on the bench, but leave Capella as a starter.
What's
if you
good,
could articulate
Mike?
that for me, Gerald.
What's good, Mike? What's your thoughts on the game tonight, homie?
Yo, yeah. I ain't got too many thoughts, man. Just good game. I stay relatively positive. It's a good game. Hope we can win tomorrow in Denver. Everybody kind of assuming that that's the L already. I'm not saying necessarily the chat or you guys, but everything I listen to, they pretty much said this impossible back to back.
I don't think we're gonna win.
I'm just saying I haven't heard you guys say that yet. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure you guys might think that though, but I haven't heard that from y'all. Just other analysts and whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? The professionals. And I heard them say everybody already basically counting the next game as an L, so that's why tonight was even more important. Heck, maybe the team even know that or whatever. That tomorrow's gonna be a tough challenge, just because of where you're going to play, basically. So,
yep, exactly.
Like I said, tonight was a good game, man. I mean, they won, huh? What's that?
I was just saying they're 24-4 at home. So,
well, I mean, yeah, that and also too, it's like not just I mean, they play well, but then they got the advantage, and then you coming off a back-to-back. It's a back-to-back going to Denver, which is they say is basically like almost nobody wins that type of situation. So it's kind of funny. But so it's like if we do pull out tomorrow's game, what I'm saying, it should be a pretty exciting show, But it was like I said, tonight was a good game, man. I'm not, I'm trying my best to stay positive. I kind of like wanna, just because everybody, hyping Dre so much, it's like kind of want to, like, what I'm saying, I don't want to, like, damp that parade, but I mean, Dre inconsistent, man. I can't get too excited about it or whatnot. I appreciate it, that he showed up tonight and it helped us to get the victory. But yeah, man. I mean, we all know Dre was a consistent, what he's shown flashes of. I mean, he did it last series, in Miami and stuff like that. Last playoffs against Miami. And we've been doing this. What was that? The time before he got hurt, he was averaging 20 and almost whatever for a good stretch. The stretch he was balling, going crazy. Of course, we need consistency from Dre. That'll definitely catapult the team to another level. Of course, I don't necessarily agree with Matt I don't want to say I don't necessarily agree with him as far as who should be second or whatever. I'm not too much thinking about that though. But like the kind of the dissing of DJ, it's kind of like unnecessary, man. I mean, we won the game, man. And
I'm not dissing. I'm not dissing him. I'm just holding him to a standard.
You leap at the opportunity to call that man a dim star, and tonight was a chance for you to leap at that opportunity. You know what I mean? It's just simple as that, bro.
Leap is a bit of a stretch. I
That's exactly what you did, man. That's exactly what you did.
A high standard.
Well, Murray was disgraceful.
No, but the thing is, though, we have to like. I can't listen to that, bro, because you don't hold Trey to that high standard. And we hear you time and time excuse Trey for stuff. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. That's a leaping to the opportunity. Now, if you were just 100 across the board, holding also Trey to the guy, like, bro, I get it. Like, I'm like, yeah, okay. That's Matt. That's Matt doing what he do.
Thank you.
No, man, you taking the opportunity to, yes, like I said, man, take that shot at DJ, man. I mean, yeah, he ain't scored tonight.
It's not a shot at DJ. It's not a shot at DJ. It's just I read a lot of stuff, and some people get a little over their skis about how valuable he is, and
I've seen
Like
some
you
people
just
say
did
that
And I just
he's
want
better
to,
than
I
Trey.
and I just want to say, if y'all already anoint him at a certain level, then I need to see that consistently, and I don't.
Well, good.
So
Hey,
that's
Matt.
all.
Hey, Matt. But my
He-
thing is,
he's more consistent than Drake.
your boy Trey, the one who said go get him.
No, I don't. It's not that I dislike him. I'm just saying, like
You
the
should
chatter a lot of times is like he's, like a star, and it's like, hold on a minute, like when did that happen? I missed that.
So
Last year when he became an all-star.
Matt
So-
is hating, bro. Matt,
so real quick before
Matt
Pharaoh
is
goes, I just want
hating, bro.
to so real quick before Pharaoh goes, I just want to address the annual ridiculous disgraceful troll that's always said here, Kareem.
I'm not going to address him.
I gotta say, and I hate saying it, but I gotta say it because it's true. You're so disgraceful. If you ever went back and watched when we
Hey,
went
you
to
be
the Eastern Conference Finals,
Kareem be saying some wild stuff, bro.
he's not a fan. I've learned that, and this is a prime example right here.
Kareem funny.
As you say, little O, he actually did very well in the playoffs in this
against
matchup
Embiid and Lopez.
against Embiid and Lopez.
And Giannis.
Exactly, but if you were a fan, then you would know that. But you're not a fan. You just come in here and you just spew nonsense. And you never come on the show because you say it's not your thing. But you can keep being a keyboard chat warrior,
Warrior.
and then laugh at
Let's
it.
get him.
Hey, I'm just saying. Go ahead, Pharaoh. It's good to see you on consecutive nights.
I'm gonna come in and drink the Kool-Aid. We done look good the past 3 games. Except we put the first one was against Dame. Main thing I got to say is I agree with Mike. Matt, you do not hold Trey to the same standard.
Everybody know that. Everybody know that, Matt.
No. Hold on. I'll let you finish, but I just want to point out that Trey stardom has already arrived. Murray's still claiming his, so he has to consistently produce for me to give him that full star. And it's half lit.
What?
It's half lit right now, and tonight it wasn't lit at all.
Okay, but when Trey play bad, you don't say he's a dim star.
But I just said he's already proven his star.
So is he a collapse star? Is he a supernova? What is he when he's been playing bad?
He ain't necessarily proved his star. He proved it to you, Matt, but obviously not to the coaches. I mean, I don't go there. But anyway, bro,
I kind of do.
Got to prove it and do. It doesn't.
Because people been arguing with me all day because I agree that the coaches did. I mean, I understand why the coaches didn't choose Trey. First off, first in line is James Harden. Then it's arguably Jalen Brunson. The only person who shouldn't be on there maybe is Halliburton, but he's been playing well this year. So I can see why
you said the biggest. Repeat that list of biggest snubs again.
First in line is James Harden, and I don't even like James.
Yeah, he's been pretty
okay.
much.
I agree, but who just says the second?
He been hurt though, right?
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
It's arguable. I think he should have made it, maybe, but it's between him and Trey.
Okay.
Well,
I don't disagree with Halliburton. I think Halliburton should.
Halliburton is.
Bro, but his team is under 500.
Hold on.
That's why I say maybe you could take him off.
Hold on. The Bulls were too, but Halliburton, DeRozan's under 500 too. But he made it, but Halliburton's averaging 20 and 10, shooting 48% from the field, 35% from three, and he has like one of the highest assist to turnover ratios.
And go back and look. We could have had him over Murray. Go back and look.
We could have had him over Trey.
It's arguable that Indiana would be in a higher seed right now if he didn't miss those 2 weeks with that. I think he had a groin injury or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what?
I think he had an elbow injury.
I don't care about the All-Star shit. To be honest, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was upset. I was bothered by he didn't make it, but I said I hope. Most of all, he responds to this, and yeah, Damon, I agree. We need championships, not all-star appearances. But just Kareem. This is why I use the wording that I use because you brought up
under your skin, huh?
No, well, yes, because it's just ignorant comments. Like you don't say you don't ask what if he goes against these guys. And when I tell you that when I tell you his experience going against the guys, you say, well, stop going back to 2 years ago. And you see, your typing is messed up because you just don't know. He said, I forgot more about Atlanta Hawks history than you will ever know. I mean, listen, it's just ridiculous. But, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, why is Drew Holiday an all-star, bro?
Because
that I don't understand.
Yeah, hold on. No, let me talk about that.
Hey, ain't he known for defense?
Because he hooping,
Yeah.
he averaging 27 and 5.
Talk about it.
And Damon, you made an
He
excellent
carried the
point
Bucks
yesterday. I think
while
it was
Giannis
yesterday.
and Middleton been out.
He sure
The
did.
All-Star game should be about entertainment. It's not about.
But
trying to
I agree
win.
with that. I do
If
agree.
it was just about entertainment, the fans would
The
have full vote.
coaches, but exactly, that's why they don't let the fans have full vote, because y'all do silly stuff like that. Because y'all thinking about all this other extra made up stuff in basketball, you can't appreciate Drew Holiday. Like I mean, I ain't gonna lie,
It's
as
an
a coach or
all-star
whatever, I
game.
mess around and vote for him over some other people. Huh?
Drew Holiday nice, bro. He's nice.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all
I'm not
disrespecting
watching an
that, man.
All-Star game to watch Drew Holiday.
Man,
I
F that, bro.
I like Drew Holiday. His game is
He ain't
very.
In the All-Star setting?
But Matt,
Bro.
that's what I'm saying. I agree with you.
Coach
I think
voted.
the All-Star game is like no one's going to an All-Star game preparing like his game.
Yeah, I don't
seven
want to watch
finals.
him play lockdown
You know,
defense.
like
Coaches, the reserves are for filling out the rest of the team.
I want to see.
But based upon what Matt's saying, though, none of the 60-win teams should have went to the All-Star game. We should have 0 All-Stars that year. Based upon what Matt said, we should have
sometimes
0
it is
All-Stars.
Sometimes it is overblown because this team got for like the year. I think Indiana, their entire 5 made the All-Star team.
Matt is diehard Trae Young, man. Okay. If
No.
Trae Young was on that team,
I'm
he
not
would work with
diehard
that
Trae
team.
Young.
Yes, you are,
Like I said
Matt.
before, Demond,
Yes, you are. You diehard Trae Young,
I understand
man.
how special he is. One.
You know what's overblown? You know what's overblown? That playoff run we did with Trae Young. That's overblown. You want to talk about some overblown?
It's just not that playoff series. It's the points. It's the assists. It's the consistency. I understand what Murray is. Murray doesn't have the consistent years of prolific output. That's what I'm saying. I agree. So he's trying to get up to where Trae is.
So why did Trae ask the front office to go get him?
Because he is the second best player.
If he ain't ready,
he's the second best player.
Listen, Matt, Trae just told us we traded 3 first-round picks for a dim star because of your boy.
Yeah, I mean that's not the first option, of course.
So what? Trae should have been going after a real legit all-star, bro. So
I agree. If you want to trade that much capital,
every time you complain about DeJounte, you need to be complaining to Trae Young because he the one who said go get him. Well,
number one, he shouldn't. First of all, Nick Ressler and these guys shouldn't have even been sitting here on Trae's shorts about who he wants. Because first of all, Trae, you're not the general manager. Okay, yeah, I take your input, but you're not the general manager. If I'm the general manager, I make the decision. I don't care what you. I make the decision.
Not in Atlanta. Not in Atlanta.
Well, I tell you what, but see, that would have been established from the jump. When Trae came in with that little heavy lisp and he looked like he was 12 years old. Okay, when he did the introductory press conference with the Hawks, it'd have been established
everybody thought it was hilarious when Trae was blowing off Nate McMillan. Everybody, he went home. I would have went home. Now we see why. Now we see why he went home.
Nick probably came and picked him up.
Yeah. You complain about DeJounte. Yeah, that's your boy's move. You know how they call LeBron the GM? This is what Trae Young doing. He requested this dude.
I mean, I'm not. It's not that I dislike Murray. I don't have a problem with Murray. I'm just saying when he's to a certain segment of the fan base, i.e. Mike and others, when he's elevated to a certain level that I know he's not, then I gotta grade him on that curve. And
I think
some nights he don't have it.
You started on Murray when people was going in on Trae and giving Murray props.
No. Some of it is I'm joking a little bit, but on a serious note, if he is a star, right? Some of y'all say he's a star. If he's a star, he doesn't have the years of consistent, prolific output like Trey has. Trey's established, I guess, another way of saying it. Trey's established. Murray is still gaining that.
I'm gonna tell you like
So
this, Matt.
I hold him to a really high standard.
Matt, I don't know how much what we consider established. Let me tell you one thing: we're paying $200 million to a non-all-star.
I was about to say Trey not established. DeMar DeRozan established. That's what we're trying to get to.
We paying $200 million to a non-all-star. That's crazy.
I mean, there's some other teams out there that's doing the same thing.
Like who?
Like Philly.
Philly.
Who?
James Harden.
The Kings are paying.
Chicago doing it with Zach LaVine.
I understand that. Matter of fact, I don't want to sound like I'm saying Trey not deserving of his money, man. I mean, we had no other choice. You got to pay the man. He did what he did and stuff like that, though. But come on, man. James Harden was an MVP and stuff like that, though, too.
Yep.
Man. Come on. I mean, and then he has been an all-star, like, well, I mean, I don't know how many times, but like I said, he got MVP and all that stuff on his notch. So as long as he a starter, he going to automatically command a certain amount just because he got MVP on his resume. So, yeah, I can't quite, say that or whatever. But
another thing, like with Halliburton, I feel they gave it to him because Trey and Harden already been there before, and Halliburton been playing good.
Halliburton's having a really good season.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I feel.
Hey man,
I feel the coaches,
y'all, man.
Halliburton shouldn't have made it
question
over
for y'all,
Trey.
man. This for y'all and for the chat. Hey, are we trading JC? We trade Bogey?
No.
What we doing, man?
Demond,
should be trading Capella.
Demond, I just have one request. If we could leave Collins and Capella
in
Utah, and then we can
continue.
Continue.
They can't be there.
Well, I tell you what, I will get them a one-way ticket. I get Clint a one-way ticket back to Switzerland, and Collins can go back to Miami, both where they came from, and then we can move on. Because I tell you what, Collins was just awful tonight. Awful. He thinks he can shoot. He thinks they're just leaving him open because, listen, he can't shoot. Capella, I mean.
So what's up? Are we getting rid of Collins? Are we getting rid of Bogey? What's up? Are we gonna stand pat? I'm gonna tell you. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen right now, guys. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
If you ain't hear your boy though, Demond, today.
Hey, watch this. If these dudes win in Denver and they go on a winning streak, hey, watch they don't make no move, bro. Watch.
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm saying, Demond. You didn't hear your boy today? What John call him, Puffy K? He was on the radio 92.9 today.
No, what'd he say?
I missed it today.
He basically said that we gonna stay pat as is and whatever you want to call it, gauge the team towards the end of the season. He even brought up the whole, it's funny because when you check the comments on the stats, they've been like the meme, the Hawks kind of, I don't want to say been going viral, but Hawks within basketball circle, basketball share and stuff like that. The whole what was it before tonight? What was we had the 500 record? We had the same amount of wins against the East and the West. We had the same amount of points that we scored, the same amount that we allowed. Like, it was funny because I saw the memes and certain comments, people were sharing the Thanos jump. I don't know anybody Marvel MCU fans.
I saw
Thanos.
Yeah, I saw
balance, the perfect. Yeah, that's just. But it was funny though. But a lot of other comments were too talking about, oh man, that's just like the what you want to say, the definition of mediocrity and stuff like that. But anyway, Steve Coonan was on the radio. He quoted all that stuff. And Mike Bell said, and Steve Coonan was like, what does that tell you? Mike Bell was like, the definition of mediocrity. And he was like, no, I won't quite say that. He just say it's just inconsistency. Because he missed a PR, so he got to try to make it seem good. But he called it inconsistency. And he said that they feel like with this team healthy and they can get consistent, then it's like as you see, we can beat anybody in this league. Like, man, the front office be buying the fool's gold like crazy, bro. I mean, that's why we got the still main core, whatever, in a sense, from after the Eastern Conference Finals, though. But, bro, yeah, he basically said in a nutshell, no, we're gonna stay pat, and they're gonna, see what it is after the season. They're gonna, do the same thing they've been doing. They trade somebody, I'll be completely shocked, man. I'll be completely shocked.
Not gonna, bro. I mean, the only way they're gonna move somebody, bro, is if they could save some money.
It won't be a major move. If they make a move, it's not gonna be a major move.
And they gotta
save
trade
Justin Holiday.
And they
Justin
got
Holiday
and they gotta save
for
money.
your boy considerations. They gonna trade
Cash.
Justin Holiday for
Hey,
cash
Demar, you see
consideration.
finish your comment?
Yeah, first name Cash.
What you say, Matt?
You see finish your comment?
Which one about the fan base?
I'll put it up.
Been spoiled by Trey. They think what he does.
And I didn't say all that, but you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's exactly how you think, Matt.
Well, no, I actually agree with the second part of that.
What you mean? I don't think what he does. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, bro. That dude we paying this dude $200 million.
And two
Are you
All-Star
saying he's
picks
not
in 5
Demar? Are you
years.
saying
When
when he
you-
got it, he wasn't deserving of it?
When you sign that money, you telling me you ready to be a star. You ready to lead us to a championship.
Yep.
Right now, we are what our record says we are average ass ball club.
What, 26 and 25?
We are average ball club. So to me, Trey not doing his damn job. We should be 10 games. Bro, how many times I said that? We should be a minimum 10 games above 500. And I don't want to hear no shit about no Nate McMillan because your boy, Nick Wrestler, don't want to get rid of him. He could just
But this is but Demar, that's what I said about the power. If Trey had the power, I mean, he does have power, but if he had ultimate
guess what, Matt?
Nick power, Nate would be gone
right now.
Until Nate is gone, he's
right
going to
now
continue to get heat
and
from
say,
me.
"Don't come back," but he won't do it.
So
Nate
Demar,
needs to be relieved of his duties.
if Trey don't want him here, right, and Trey got the power, right?
Right.
Why is he? You know what I'm saying? So that's he may not have as much power as we think he does.
Stop it, man. Don't do that.
Bro, I want to address who was it? They say Finisher that said what Trey do is easy. Okay, first of all, I mean,
No, he said y'all think it's easy.
no one thinks it's easy. All right, man. Look, man. There's a recipe for winning longevity in this league, man. The recipe has been shown. You have to be a dynamic elite player in multiple ways. You have to be a player that makes winning plays at the end, at key points in the game, man. All right. As I stated too many about the superstardom thing, man. There are literally like 7 superstars in the NBA. These are the 7, 8 dudes you can go to that get your bucket, get your stop, yada yada yada. Make the clutch shot with 20 seconds left on the shot clock to win the game, yada yada yada, man. Trey ain't there yet, bro, and it's okay. It's okay. All right. I don't know why people just out of their mind. Trey a superstar. Trey is not a superstar, bro. All right. Superstars. You can say the all.
Everybody want their best player to be a superstar. They talking about
I agree with you. He's not a superstar. He's not a superstar yet.
Yeah,
because he don't have the longevity, but he has superstar skill level.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's not a superstar yet, man. All right. When Trey gets us to that final stage, man, and we sitting there holding up that trophy, bro, I think you can go ahead and throw him in that class of superstardom right there, man. That's my take.
I agree with that. I agree with the longevity piece. He don't have that, so I say he's a to me a high level star that's going up towards superstar status.
And there's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. What categories him rising as that, man? The superstardom is saved for your top 5, top 10 dudes in the NBA, man. And we already know who those guys are. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
A lot of capping on this shit.
I'll tell you what, man. The day Nate leaves or the day he gets fired,
I'm listening to Mike. I'm gonna be positive. I'm not gonna bring up Nate today.
I'm gonna be so encouraged. I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna believe in this organization once
Y'all
again.
like when he jumped up off the bench and called that timeout when they was coming back.
Why did he do that?
I wish I knew y'all about like a couple seasons ago, man, when we was going on that Eastern Conference Finals run, so I can recall what y'all was saying back then, though. You know, I can't do that to y'all.
With Nate. I was consistent in that. I was concerned back then. I said, "Damn, we're gonna get his contract, and he gonna turn out to be Indiana Nate." And sure enough, we hear 18 months later, Mike, and he Indiana Nate.
Hey, Pharaoh, you said he jumped up off the bench. Nate will be on the injury report tomorrow for a strained back. for a strained back. He won't be able to show up to the arena. and Joe Prunty gonna have to coach us tomorrow. But
I
nah,
mean, if we win, I'll be happy. I don't care.
I think Fields is smart enough to know. Like,
Hey man, I got a question, y'all.
Mhm.
What's your expectations if we don't make no move at the deadline? Are we still expecting to make the playoffs? Are we gonna be a play-in team? What's your realistic expectations if we make
Play-in
no
is,
move?
I say
Play-in.
playing.
I
That's the playoff.
think we're a play-in team that's gonna get swept in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh yeah. I will swept.
I'm gonna say it. I say
We'll
no. I say
I say 5 games.
pat, if we stay pat, we will be the 6th seed in the East, and miss the play-in. I'm telling y'all, I'm being consistent. I told y'all already, this team at best can be the 6th team in the East. I think that they will rise to their at best situation and become the 6th team in the East by the end.
I need to go in the garage with
Matt, I know you don't like Nate, man. I know you don't like Nate, so you can't see it whatsoever. Although you think that we got talent to be number 1 in the East.
We do.
So why is it so far-fetched to see us at 6?
Not one. Maybe like 3 or 4. We do have. I agree with what Murray said the other day. If we play to our ability, we're a top 3 team in the East. I believe
we love Abu Dhabi, bro. I think all of us was like, hey,
52 wins. That's what I said.
Hey,
52 wins.
Nah, man. I knew the Holiday brothers were trash. It was only a matter of seconds before you saw it.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
I don't know why people thought, oh, the Holidays, they good, they make a couple shots. Bro, do you watch their trajectory of their careers? Like, they've been at role players or bench players their whole career.
A lot higher on Aaron than Justin, but
neither one.
That's all I assumed they were, so I never really factored them in that much.
I was so mad when we got him. I'm like, damn.
I was pleased with the Aaron Holiday signing.
I think they were just
got back for Kevin Herter. I was pretty upset when I saw.
I got nervous. I said these don't fit Travis. Travis standard of players. So I'm like, something is up with this.
And sure enough, the planned attack happened, and
speaking of the trade thing. Another reason why I don't think JC gonna know, I got more confirmation from Brian Windhorst. He said for the past 17, 18 months,
Brian Windhorst is on a treadmill.
Every JC trade has been a 3-team trade. And he always say a 3-team trade is a no-team trade. That's why it ain't happen.
I just don't know what you would get for JC. I mean, the Hawks, they seem like they want this overcompensating package for him, you know what I mean? But then they're not in agreement with what teams are offering. You're not going to get a lot for JC, man. I mean, nightly you see what he brings to the table, man. Like he's a player that has to be put into position to be a threat for your offense. He's not a good 3-point shooter this year. Right now, he can't create his own offense. So those are 2 negatives you have against him. He does play good weak side defense. He's a pretty, average rebounder. He can't hit the mid-range jumper, but a lot of times, man, John Collins one of his biggest weaknesses is his strength. He gets pushed around by too many people in the league, man. You know what I mean? Like he can't consistently post up guards. That's pretty bad. 6'9" power forward.
What Mark Stein was saying on his podcast a couple of days ago, he was saying that the reason that the Hawks value was so high for Collins was because Ressler had an emotional attachment to John. So if he was to get rid of him, they had to justify it. That's why the price to get off of him was so high.
That's why I
don't know.
Travis tried to trade him multiple times.
Yeah, but how high was the price? Because they had him traded for Harrison Barnes and a first.
But that first was a top 4 pick.
It was the 4th overall pick, and then Ressler said it's not good enough. The fact that wait a minute. The fact that Ressler said, and Travis again, he had this trade too. Well, we could have moved up to 7, got Simons and Josh Hart and a future first for John. I think Kevin Herter was involved, but mainly for John. And Ressler said no. I mean, that is just something. I mean, he had to be.
On your owner be meddling, man.
He had to have been in contact with John the same way Nick was in contact with Trey for him to turn down that.
Bro, why you think we gave John Collins $125 million, bro?
Yeah,
because Ressler wanted it.
Yep.
How you gonna go offer him 90 million? He turned it down, then we jumped to 125.
Yeah.
Get the hell, come on.
Especially when he didn't have a market.
Yeah, the best trade values for John Collins was 12 to 18 months ago, man. You had Julius Randle on the table.
It
You had
was 2 or 3 teams trying to get him.
You had Lauri Markkanen. You had Domantas Sabonis on the table, and we didn't pull the trigger on any of them, man. You know what I mean? Because we
Wrestler didn't pull the trigger.
Wait,
Yeah.
so Juan, do you think we would have done that trade a year ago? The Larry Markkanen that was on coming off the bench with
do
Cleveland?
Sabonis, because Sabonis is the most recent one. That was last year. I would have Sabonis.
Travis tried to trade him for Sabonis 2 years in a row.
Yeah, man.
2 years in a row.
I was gonna say, because I think the fan base would have been irate if they would have traded him for Larry Markkanen last year.
But see, here's the thing, and I know that some of y'all gonna get upset. I don't think if Markkanen comes here, I don't think he is anywhere near the Markkanen he is right now.
Exactly.
He would have came here and he would have fell into the Atlanta stunt growth market, and he would have been averaging 12 points and 5 rebounds. We'd have been like, why did we trade John Collins for this dude? And then, but you look at what he's doing now in a system where he's able to be kind of that number one guy. And listen, this dude is an all-star, or he should be an all-star. So, but I'm a huge fan of Markkanen. I like Markkanen. I like Sabonis.
That dude balling, man.
What is it, German? Markkanen German?
Man,
Nate would have been trying to translate the fist to him in German. This is why you need to succeed. The fist.
That boy averaged 25 and 10, man. 25.
Speaking of Utah, I don't want to talk to Danny Ainge because he's a scammer.
Hey, Juan, I wanted if people, other people, especially back the chat was slightly different back then, but a couple people in the chat were jumping on me. I said a couple weeks before the trade deadline that, anyways, I said I wanted Jeremy Grant, and listen. This dude in Portland as a third option is averaging 20 points a game. I mean, 20, and I don't know the others. I know it's high up there too. Like the fact now, I don't go ahead, Mon. Go ahead, Juan.
No, a lot of people have their pros and cons with Jeremy Grant, man, because the biggest thing was like his 3-point shot. Like, damn that, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Dude, like he's a facilitator. He can get his own shot. I too wanted him, but one of my biggest regrets that, like I said, I think the Hawks front office did was like when Julius Randle was on the table. You know what I mean? Now we're looking at Julius Randle now. His last 3 years, he's 2-time All-Star now, putting up 20 and 10 consistently, can get his own shot, can play on the block. That's exactly what we need. You know what I mean? He's not Gallo as far as a shooter, but he's better than Gallo as far as his whole offensive skill set and what he'll be able to provide for us, or what he can bring to us. That's just me. I like him. I like the Domantas Sabonis, but I don't know why we didn't pull the trigger, man.
Even last trade deadline when he was going through with the fans and the organization, and they were like, he's available.
Yeah,
well, that's because Tony Dressler valued John Collins. I mean, point blank, period, man. He ain't got nobody to blame but himself.
You're right, Damon. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like John Collins, we have shredded his trade value to the point.
Yeah, like this shit. That's hilarious to me. Like,
well, you see, every day is a new article on him.
And you know what's so funny?
Good.
The front office has no idea what they're doing. They're so inconsistent. 1 minute it's he's part of us. We just not gonna take nothing. The next minute is
next day, literally.
Prop. And then at one point it was, and you know what? I bet you money when they told John Collins representatives to go find a trade, I bet you they found a trade. I bet you they did.
Yeah.
The Hawks probably didn't like it.
Hey, I don't know how many of y'all fish up here. Bruh, we've been using the same worm for about 3 years.
Yep.
And when Travis got multiple tugs and multiple bites on the fish, and he's getting ready to reel it in, Wrestler said, "Nope, wait till you about pull it into the water and then reel it in." And then Travis was like, "I've been doing this that's not gonna happen." And then all of a sudden, like a little fish will come by. You know the fish that attempt to bite and then they'll swim on away. That's exactly what's happening with John Collins right now. That's exactly what's happening with John Collins.
You know what? I feel bad for John because we fuck our own players' trade value, man.
Yeah, we did.
This
We
is
demolished
hilarious to me. You know what I'm
demolished
saying?
You know what I mean? To now, you can't tell me some of like the trade value and John name in the media every 24 hours don't have some effectiveness on his play. That to include like he's isolated on the wing now. He's not including pick and rolls. He got hot in the first quarter, and we just completely went away from him for the rest of the game. Like he literally just shot all 3-pointers the rest of the game. Like how the hell do you go from making an impact in the beginning of the game to just resorting to the 3-point line for the rest of the game? That's
which I
ridiculous.
Hey, but I actually prefer him in the pick and roll than Capella.
Me too, because
and that's just me. Exactly.
I definitely trying to make John spread the floor, man. But you got to make the 3-point shots, John, for the shit to work.
Hell, Okongwu damn making 15-footers, man. I mean,
exactly.
I don't know.
Okongwu worked hard today, man.
He should be our starting. He should be our starting center. I mean,
Okongwu
played hard today.
He's playing hard. His IQ is getting higher. You see that backdoor cut he made to Jalen Johnson. Jalen missed it at the rim. I don't know how the hell he missed it. He's 6'9". He should have just dunked it. But he made a it was a backdoor cut by Jalen, which the first time I've seen us do one in many games, or maybe I've been paying attention to it. But he made a nice pass to him on a backdoor cut, and Jalen missed the reverse layup when he could just went up and dunked it. And I thought, I'm about to do IQ growing. I mean, he's got a nice little post presence. He hit the outside jumper, got a rebound off a missed shot that was on a fast break and put it back in. It's a lot of good things Okongwu's doing right now that's standing out, man. You know what I mean? Like he's doing it every night. You know what I mean? He's fulfilling his role off the bench every night, moving right now, man. You know what I mean? So, I think it's time to maybe just start looking at him starting because eventually Capella's gonna be out of here, and unless we get a big center in here, that's what we're gonna go with, man.
I would say about what I could get for Capella now, just dump him.
Was it?
Just dump him
now, or I like this, and me and Matt have talked over this idea for a while. Start a Okongwu and get a couple legitimate bigs behind them, like some Drummonds, Drummond and Hassan Whites. You got guys like that can, if something happens with Okongwu, you're getting killed on the board somehow.
Yeah,
then you can throw a Drummond or Hassan Whiteside in there, or
what, analyst? You know what else he could do too? He could throw a Derek Favors in.
We should have just gave that money to the Urban League. I mean, why are we giving him Derek Favors?
Hey, he a 7-footer.
I think he's like 6'10",
6'8",
but that dude
and Gerald talked about we was waiting on him to practice.
Man, please come on.
That man was never going to play.
Exactly. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Was saying that, won't it?
He got to practice.
And he was like, oh no, he just got to practice. Man, please. First of all, Derek, that was a waste of money and
you just got to practice, Joe. You stupid, man.
But the times we needed him, we could have used him. That he's a physical body.
Yes,
he is physical, and we could have used him in a lot of those games. And even the times that we threw, I think it was one game that we threw the garbage, the garbage time. He didn't even come in the game. I was like, "What Nate? Did you want him there just to come there and show his face?" I mean,
you better go tell Trey to say something.
Hey, Lamar, you don't want Nate here, Lamar.
Gerald Capella can't finish games.
You better tell him to finish shit.
Capella can't finish no games. I was watching Capella.
Hey,
man.
That, like I said, that travel did it right there. And then the next couple of
bro, but what is he, man? What was he thinking, bro?
I don't know what he was thinking.
This dumb
the ball.
A1, and then the little hope that Murray did have, he just snatched it from him when he took the ball and tried to touch it when it was in the shoulder. I was like, "What is this dude doing?"
I said, Capella, come on, man! Like you got to jump the ball. He said, "I'm just take 2 steps and think they don't know."
If he wasn't a vet, and making $20 million a year, he shouldn't be making worse mistakes than Okongwu. And Okongwu in a rookie.
Bro,
Man,
it's
if Clint Capella was Okongwu and Okongwu was Capella would be at the end of the bench, strapped down, and would never be allowed to come back in the game after something like that. That was just ridiculous. You travel and then you take the ball out the cellar, and then I think you miss a hook shot. I mean, it was just disgraceful to watch. And then I just played in my head. I said people blame Trey for that Capella hook shot. I said maybe we had Vucevic. I said maybe that would win in. I said because I mean Capella, man, you can't even have a hook shot, like a hook shot, a push shot, nothing. Even Mason Plumlee got a hook shot.
Bro, he don't have nothing.
Nothing.
Hey, y'all didn't see the video when he was in practice and he couldn't even score in the
that was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, gosh.
I was like, how is he missing the dude? He got like a foot over the dude. How is he missing this shit, man?
It was
Like
horrible too, bro. Like no touch, no nothing, man. Like, and I think you said, Damon, like we criticize all the other players, but like, what has Capella worked on the last 2 years? Like,
Exactly.
His career.
And people got mad at me because I said we need to upgrade the center position. Everybody got mad at me. And shit.
I didn't get mad at you. I have never liked Capella. And the thing about it is this dude all career law think he just go get away with being he wouldn't even. He's not even in the running for defensive player of the year.
Gerald, you ain't coming up here tonight, Gerald. I know what Gerald and Rashad. They love defending Capella.
Yeah.
Hey, Rashad gonna come in here to tell us some. We 4-0 with Capella, and we 0-9. Like Rashad couldn't even the stats.
Capella, I put it like this: Capella, he's a decent big. He's gonna rebound. He's gonna defend the paint. I give him that. He's gonna set hard. He's gonna set hard screens. He's our best screen on the team. He's gonna set hard screens. He's gonna make his alley-oops. You know what I mean? But if you asking him to give you a post game, a semblance of a post game, you asking him as a go-to option for a bucket when you're trying to slow down and half court offense
or guard on the perimeter,
or Juan. I'll put it to you. I'll say it in an easier way. You ask him to do anything else other than that, he's not going to give it to you.
Besides catch an alley-oop.
I mean, my goodness. He just like if he's not involved, and that's why I say trade Capella because I prefer John. Unless like I said, I want John out of here, but I miss those days where it was the John and Capella alley. I mean, it was just like all these exactly. And it was hard. It was hard to stop, and it would be at the perfect time in the game. Got Capella out there. He just like.
He's not.
And I wouldn't mind if he was making like $10 million a year. I wouldn't.
Yeah, he's not the Capella 2 years ago when we had our Eastern Conference run when he was top 3 for defensive player of the year. You remember in 2020 he was averaging 15 and 15, man, 15, 14, something like that.
Gerald, Onyeka had 1 less rebound in like 5 less minutes.
Oh
yeah.
Gosh. So how did Capella go 4 for 7? All you had to do is catch lobs and make layups.
Like 2020 to now, beginning of 2023, man, like the injury bug has riddled Capella of his explosiveness and his athleticism because in that 2020 campaign, man, that would be nice where Capella was putting up 20 and 20, 2018, 22 and 17. And like it was a nightly thing, man.
Yep.
And how much?
But Juan, that ain't
value.
That ain't coming back.
Hey, how much do y'all value Capella's rim protection? Y'all don't think y'all don't value?
I think Okongwu was averaging more blocks. I think his blocks percentage is higher than Capella's.
I think we could. I'm more of a guy where I like you ain't giving me nothing else, and it's not like I need you every single. I'll put it like this. I think we should. I'm more of an advocate of getting a couple guys that can rim protect instead of just one guy that can somewhat rim protect. Because I've seen guys still go around him and lay it up right around him. To answer your question, Almighty Finesse, I would trade Capella for Vucevic. I would.
I'll trade him for Daniel Gafford. At this point,
or Matt. I'll trade Capella straight up for Thomas Bryant.
Hey, I said that last y'all. I think y'all killed me last year. I said we should go get Thomas Bryant. I said he gonna be good when he get out of Washington. That seems to be the abyss of the Eastern Conference. Once you get out of there, you can play.
Hey, watch Corey Kispert and Denny Abdia. They're gonna come out watch them be all stars. And then
I was telling people about Thomas Bryant last year. I'm like, he could play. He could shoot. He's like Capella, but better.
He would have been a cheap option.
threes.
He would have been a cheap option for us. We didn't pick him up because he was on the injury list. We damn sure could have used him because he was big when AD went out.
Y'all see what Gerald said? Okongwu block perimeter shots.
No, he don't. What? Man, I'm about to listen to Gerald, man.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm about to listen to
I
Gerald.
don't know why he liked Capella so much.
Then he said, "Rim protectors don't grow on trees." I mean,
At least I like a guy that could get me 50 points. I don't know why you like
ain't
Capella.
really the rim protector he was 2 years ago, though. That's
and
what we're saying now,
and
man.
Juan, it's not coming back.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm about
you,
to
like,
look that up.
you
I
see
think
it.
Okongwu will average more blocks than Capella. I'm pretty sure.
He does. He does.
Like honestly, and this is me honestly speaking. Like I said, I've been an advocate of trading John Collins, but I would just get rid of Capella and put John back in a pick and roll where he can be most effective, and then he can do some of his other stuff. But I would like to see. Yes, I'll do this one too right here. Capella for bowl. I'll do that. But no, I want John Collins back in that pick and roll. And I want Capella out of here, and I want to stretch big, someone that can stretch the floor, so that way it's not clogging up the lane, taking all the alley-oop attempts, right? Because that's why John is not getting the attempts.
He is 1.3
He
to
said, "Why?"
1.2.
Capella couldn't stop him either. Capella couldn't stop him either. Capella got embarrassed by it. What's Nick Richards? He also got embarrassed by Mitchell. I mean, come on, I can go down the list.
Yeah, he did, man.
I mean, Capella, like,
Maybe what's the name? Jake Londale, is he still available?
No, we got rid of him with Phoenix. He didn't play that game. Yeah, but he started off hot, but then he didn't cool off considerably. Jake Londale.
Hey, Mike. We traded him for what you say?
Cash.
Your boy, what? Your boy considerations. That's exactly what we traded him for.
Gerald, while you on the chat, over his last 25 games, Okongwu's averaging 12, 9, and 2 blocks a game. Ain't that about the same what Capella averaging right now?
Gerald,
more blocks.
We're not prisoner of the moment. Capella's been awful just all around for the past 2 years.
Gerald, I've been telling you for a month, well, really longer than that, but I know I've been beating it hard for a month. Like, Okongwu should be starting. Capella should be coming off the bench for him.
You see my career is just something else. Something else, I tell you.
Why Double O can't just remain off the bench but just play more minutes?
No, well, Mike, he's a 6 overall one. He's a 6 overall pick. That's awful value. That's 1. 2, his production is better than Capella. So I'm not going to in less minutes. I'm not going to punish a better player because of a vet, quote unquote.
I'm just saying you can increase his minutes and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You can do it if you want to, man. Start Double O if you want to, but I mean, me personally or whatever, I feel like that's gonna. I mean, that'll be nice for a minute, but you're a midget team, bro. It's just simple as that. You're a midget team. You already undersized. Undersized, but you just really magnify that, and you better hope that them boys, because when you go undersized, that means you're gonna have to play with energy, effort, and IQ on a consistent basis. So if they ready for that, then okay. Huh?
Who's the president? Who's the president?
He don't even know who's the president.
What are you talking about? The president of what? The country?
What?
No, because Mike be describing stuff, and I'd be like, I gotta go back and look. Is George Bush still in office? Clinton still in office? What timeline of basketball are we talking about? We're talking about the 90s, early 2000s.
Matt, I'm sorry. I gotta say this. You told the president. The president don't even know he's the president. I'm just saying. So maybe we are.
I'm saying, like, I gotta go. I should have said a time. I should have said what time frame or what timeline are we? Are we in the 2020s? Are we in the 2000s, 90s? We gotta get back to. We gotta go up to modern. I would take Nas Reed behind Capella. Behind Onyeka all day.
I like Nas Reed.
I like Nas Reed. I like bro. Sengun gonna be something special. Sengun's
I
gonna be something special.
like Jacob Poeltl the most out of anybody.
Yep.
I want him on the Hawks bad, man.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
he's legit 7-footer. Legit 7-footer, can actually post up and score, can protect the rim, and he can rebound. He can do everything Capella do a little bit better, man.
What about Nurkic?
No, he's too slow, man. He's a big body, but he gets beat up on pick and rolls. I will give Capella that. Capella can at least defend on pick and rolls in the paint. Nurkic just get beat up all the time, man. You can't even pull him out to the perimeter. It's just a blow by. That's why his values dip. His values dipped a lot.
I like I like Nurk. Hey, Sengun, man, that dude is
talking about for San Antonio.
No, for Houston. They starting to build around him.
I might take Bruno back.
No, hell no.
Hey, Kareem. I saw what Valanciunas did to Capella. I saw what Vucevic did to Capella.
And wait until tomorrow night. Wait till you see what Joker gonna do to Capella.
Bro, he could be hooking over Capella all day long. It's not gonna be funny.
He came a couple years ago.
And then he gonna be daring Capella to come
Gerald, we said the last 25 games, brother. That's when Capella has missed the most of his time. We talking about that. All right. We know Congo didn't have strong stats at the beginning of the season. We talking about since Capella went out. Stop trying to make it about the past. I'm talking about the 25 games he been out. I mean, not out, but 25 games into down. Congo has been the better player.
And the last month, the last 3 weeks of the month.
And last 2 months.
And Gerald,
I don't know why y'all I don't know why y'all talking about who y'all want, man. Y'all know we not finna do shit, man.
I'm
sitting back in the background watching y'all, man. Y'all like, y'all got so much excitement. Y'all like, you know what? I like Nas Reed. Hey, I like this guy. I like him. Hey,
a man could dream.
They're gonna be so disappointed when we don't do shit. You better like a John Collins, which y'all better do, man.
Hey, Demond, just switch Onyeka and Capella, and I'll be good for the year.
Man, listen, bro.
Ride it out,
bro. Nate is not starting Onyeka over Budden. He's not gonna do it.
I know because of the money. I know,
bro.
Because you know what, bro? I think Nate trying to be sabotaging us sometime, man.
Bro, Hey, I know Mike said it already, and he said it's a schedule. They're looking at the schedule loss tomorrow. I won't be surprised if like Trey sit out or Capella or somebody sit out tomorrow. But bro, I think the Kool-Aid will be drunk. We'll be drinking a little bit more tomorrow. We can beat Denver in Denver.
Juan, the Kool-Aid be gone. The Kool-Aid be gone.
Man, you might have to pour something in the Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid gonna be gone.
I would give Nate incredible credit if we win tomorrow. I mean, that might be. I was saying it right now.
We already beat Denver, dog.
I ain't going on
Denver already.
I ain't talking about when they sleepwalking tomorrow. I'm talking about when they on fire.
And when
they didn't have Murray, they didn't have Murray, and they didn't have Porter.
Exactly, and it's gonna be.
And we didn't have Trey when we beat them.
Yeah, but it's 2 versus 1.
and guess what?
Hey,
but see, y'all listen. Like Denver, the team itself, but I'm looking at where we're playing. We're playing in Denver.
We're playing in Denver. It's hard to breathe
that is a incredibly tough place.
I know. I was stationed there for 4 years. It's hard, bro.
Exactly. So y'all know, and you know, I visit there. It is. Don't you dare run, you know. Don't you dare run for more than 5 minutes, you know. So you know, hey,
I just want to see what the game plan is going to be. That's what I want to see.
Nate may pass out. hey, wait a minute, Nate, don't you jump up? I should see called on timeout tomorrow. You may pass out on the court. You may pass out on the court.
Hey, I'm gonna find Nate. I'm gonna buy him a round of golf somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
his favorite golf.
Bro, teams need at least a day to practice and to just get their lungs like semi-adjusted when you're in Colorado. Bro, I remember when I first got into Colorado, me and my family went out to dinner. I had a beer and it felt like I had a hangover, bro, because that altitude was so high. 1 beer and I had a hangover, bro. It was that bad, man. I had some
Yeah.
of my worst running times in the Army in Colorado because it was like 8,000 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be. I remember. I mean, I remember we went there last year. Hey, we came out, and that's the thing about playing in Denver. You can get out to a fast start.
Yeah.
But Denver over there laughing, bro. They laughing like, wait, just wait till the kick in. Just wait, and we gonna jump on them.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what happened.
Nate, if you're gonna prove me wrong, you need to get your powder nap in at 3:00. Eat dinner by 5. The early bird special by 5. You on your A game tomorrow,
bro. It's that's why they have one of the highest winning percentages at home, man. That's why it's really hard to beat them at home, bro. It's really hard to beat them unless you're in the playoffs and you got enough time to sit there and get acclimated to it. Man, it's really hard to beat them there, man. That weather and that atmosphere it's just totally different.
And their crowd and that the way the arena is built, it's like the month. I mean, to me, like I said, it's a tough, and you wonder why we haven't won there in so long.
And how y'all think O'Connell gonna hold up against Jokic?
Hey,
you want to hear something?
I want to see that.
I say this. Statistically, over the last 2-3 years, we played Jokic really well. Like Jokic don't get those disgusting MVP numbers against us more times than not. Sometimes he get a bare bones triple double, be something like 19, 10, and 10 and whatnot. But Capella, give or take, actually does play him really well, man, which is surprising, believe it or not. I still think we're gonna lose though. That's just me.
Yeah,
I still think we're gonna lose.
Hey, if we win tomorrow, I'm be like, this is the first time we can beat like a legitimate team in a long time.
They number one in the West, bro.
Well, Matt,
number one team in the West.
Yep, Matt, I will leave. If we win tomorrow, I will leave the Nate credit for you. I will. I'll leave it. I'll leave that to you. You know, I'm not gonna touch on Nate because I could,
I think we can go in there and beat them, man.
Damon, the only way we can beat them is if we get a big lead and we maintain it. But you gotta realize,
let me see who beat them this year.
We're gonna need another performance from Hunter.
Aaron Gordon already ain't gonna let JC do anything because that's a grown man. That's first and foremost. Number two,
hey man, for us to win, it needs to be a solar eclipse.
Yeah.
I need my stars to show up. Okay.
Oh, so the few teams that beat them at home, man, I don't know how they always do it. There's only, like I said, four teams that beat them in Denver, and they've
Utah beat them in Denver.
Huh?
Not Utah. Orlando.
What?
I think Orlando beat them in Denver, and I think
no, it was
Oklahoma City.
OKC, but somehow they do this every year. The Knicks beat them in Denver.
Was it early in the season?
It was early in the season.
Yeah.
Okay. But they just defend, and then Dallas beat them by a point. Other than that, nobody else is beating them at home.
It's hard. It's hard to beat them, bro.
It's tough.
It's like a guaranteed L when you come there. It's hard to breathe that air, man. You get winded so fast, bro. You just can't go back and forth up down the court, man.
And the only reason
Oklahoma City they played it by possession. They didn't get up and down the floor.
You got to play a slow game. Yes, man. You have to play like a playoff game.
Structured. Yeah.
You have to play a playoff game.
And the only reason the Knicks beat them is because Tiz be having those guys running after games and stuff and running up hills and stuff after losses and stuff, and he be running those guys into the ground, be holding 6-hour practices and stuff. That's the only reason they beat him there.
I don't see our
practices just to lose and shit.
I don't see our advantage against Denver.
We don't have an advantage coming off a back-to-back and going into their house. We don't, Matt. You know what I mean? The only advantage we have is we ride a 2-game winning streak. We play really well on the last 2 games. So we got some semblance of continuity right now. That's the only advantage we have right now. But as far as the health and as far as the physical part, we didn't. Hell no, man. We traveling right now. We on a bird right now.
And analysts know how I feel about Mike Malone, but I'll still take him over Nate. So
some boys gonna get in the hotel at what, 1-2 o'clock? go to sleep, and come back and have what they probably gonna have a field session tomorrow. They probably gonna have shit, man. They're gonna be like show up at that arena like 3:00.
Yep. Yep. And then they go. He gonna have his glasses on. He gonna have his PowerPoint ready to go.
Man, y'all saw that room when he announced AJ the rise to start. I'm like, no wonder they lose. They all sleep in that room.
Yeah, man. So
it looks like a laboratory.
Like if
it looked like class.
I think it's a win tomorrow if we keep it close, man. I give it up. Like we can win, like Demond said. If we can win, then all right, man. We may have turn a stride heading to the All-Star break. But like it's just gonna be really hard. Jokic, that dude more than likely probably gonna win MVP barring something happen in the second half of the season. That's 3 in a row. Michael Porter get back in shape. Murray back in there. Still got Bones Highland, Aaron Gordon. They're solid up and down the court, man.
Hey, speaking of Bones is a guy that we could get. I heard he's available.
I'll trade that Sacramento pick for him.
Yep, I would do it. I would do that. Dude is, and I know me and Matt talked about that. Is a scoring pop that we need off the bench.
Who replacing though? Who replacing?
They just slide him
Aaron
into backup point guard. Yeah, he plays Aaron Holiday.
Hey, just tell Aaron to stay home. Hey man, don't worry about it. It didn't work out this year. You and your brother, y'all can play ping pong or whatever y'all do in Atlanta streets. Y'all can just stay home.
The funny thing, Aaron Holiday, he one of the best 3-point shooters on the team the past couple games.
3-point shooters?
Yeah. I mean, those are limited attempts though. But
I thought you were gonna say.
I think the Hawks, if they gonna make any move, even if it's a small minor move, it needs to be a 6'8", 6'9" combo forward that can 3-and-D or something, man. Because we're not gonna be big. We don't
cash considerations.
But the bad thing, if we win tomorrow, we definitely not doing. If we beat Denver, they ain't doing nothing.
Cash considerations.
We just figured it out.
I think we how y'all like. I know he's available. What about Will Barton?
He's still small, man. 6'6".
No, I want to talk about as a win. I'm thinking of guys that.
That's just Aaron Gordon. But AJ Griffin.
Yeah.
Let's see. You don't think he a 2-1?
Huh?
You don't think AJ a 2? I think he a 2.
AJ can play 2 and 3. He can play 3 in certain matchups, but he's actually 2. Yes, he's a 2 starting out the gate, but he can play 3 because he's 6'6" with long arms, man. You know what I mean? But
we do need a wing.
We need a combo wing, bro. You need
what
a
about
6'9",
what about
6'8", 6'9" wing.
Herb Jones and Trey Murphy?
We ain't getting them. Herb Jones is look. Herb Jones is probably gonna make all NBA defensive first team. That dude is good, man.
Hey, I'll do this.
What's that?
Hey, and I don't even like Kyrie, but I'll do that.
It's just the trade deadline finna start here. I think Kyrie going to LA for Westbrook and 2 first-round picks with Joe Harris coming back. That looks like it's more than likely going to happen right now. Now that Kyrie wants to trade because he ain't going to stay with them. And then everybody going to be watching the KD market because KD probably going to want out. And so that's going to be the big ticket either after the trade line or after when the season begins because KD probably going to want out because they ain't not going to be up there. And you know he ain't winning with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons don't even like to score. That boy hate the rim. He hate the rim.
Yeah, that dude hate the rim like cat hate water.
It's ridiculous, man. Like he hate the rim, bro. So I can see Kyrie going to LA for their 27-29 pick, Russell, and then they getting back Joe Harris and Kyrie.
Juan, do you think the Lakers will put any protections on those picks?
They say they might put a protection on the 2027 pick.
They would give that up for Kyrie for. I mean, I know he probably resigned in the offseason, but that's a lot.
Yeah, they also gain back $10 million in cap space too, because Russell makes 43, and Kyrie making like 33. So they gained $10 million in cap space too.
I wouldn't.
I don't know. I think that's rich for Kyrie.
I wouldn't trade. And whenever I would trade 2 for. First of all, Kyrie Irving hasn't shown anyone, and if
the Lakers pick him up and they get rid of Westbrook and they're gonna go to the playoffs, they're probably gonna make a push. They're probably gonna make a
You
push.
think so?
I would.
Kyrie averaged 28. LeBron averaged 30. AD, as long as they put him, like, keep him in a wheelchair and whatnot, play him on back to back, not play him on back to backs. He's still averaging 25 and 10. They're gonna make a push.
I don't know. That's a lot to work in what, 2 months?
It is, but Kyrie and LeBron have history. He knows how to play. And like you're talking about, like, the smartest basketball player in the game right now. Like, he knows how to get him involved.
Yeah, and listen,
They're gonna
I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting that they'll be very, very good. But I'm just saying, like, long term with Kyrie, I no.
The Lakers don't play the long term game. Y'all gotta realize that the Lakers, if there's a superstar
They play the
available,
win
this is what
now
I'm
game.
talking about. If a superstar is available, they gonna go try to get him, man.
Yeah, but
Big pockets. He ain't never playing.
who's to say that he'll show up the game 7 of the first round of the play? Who say he'll show up?
He'll be in a favorable market. Everybody wants to play in LA. Everybody wants to play in LA, man, because the market, it's not just the basketball spectrum, it's the outside influence as well, man. You're gonna be marketable out there, man. I'm telling you, bro. He go to LA, they don't worry about long term. They worry about now and maybe a year later. That's how they go. Everybody knows that.
I don't know. I still think they're missing a lot with even.
What you mean? I'm giving up first round picks for people who play less than Kyrie? What you mean? I mean, Kawhi Leonard. I mean, what you mean? I said I would feel uncomfortable giving up a first round pick for a guy that has shown that he likes to. I mean, this is going back to Boston, but even in Boston, it was alarming to me that Danny Ainge let this dude walk for nothing when he had opportunities to trade him. He just let him walk for nothing. But listen, Kyrie Irving's a very good player, but he was
at his best when he was with LeBron, though.
Right. Do I think they'll win a championship though?
I didn't say that. I said they'll make a run in the West though.
Right. I
don't think they're better than Memphis. I don't think they're better than Denver.
Memphis overrated as hell.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I never seen players talk so much shit and they won nothing.
Yeah.
Well, Dylan that dude was dirty for what he did.
I mean, I don't care for Dylan Brooks, but
say you gotta win to talk.
But Denver, I think. What'd you say, Mike?
Oh no, I was just talking. I mean, for me, you ain't necessarily got to win the talk trash and stuff.
I like it. It's sometimes too much.
I like Memphis, but they think they the bullies of the NBA right now. You know what I mean? Them boys, since Shannon Sharp spoke on them, they lost 5-6 games in a row.
I think so.
You know what I mean? They were looking like straight trash, bro. I think they haven't been playing well the last 2 weeks anyway. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I think they're really good. They hustle. They the best defensive team in the NBA, but they can't shoot free throws. All you gotta do is foul them. They're gonna miss a lot of their free throws. That's their Achilles heel right now. They cannot shoot free throws as a team, bro. Foul them, put them on the line. They'll clank it all day long.
Yeah,
that's the reason why.
I'll call them to see if they want John Collins.
What's that?
I'll call them to see if they want John Collins.
They are missing, and no, I agree with you, but they are missing their best offensive rebounder in Steven Adams. But yet, they talk a little bit too much. And let's be real, they get into let's just say they make it to the Western Conference Finals. I don't think they're beating Denver.
I'm gonna tell you right now. This is my thoughts. If the Lakers get Kyrie, Hachimura, AD, Thomas, and LeBron, the West is wide open. There is not a single team outside of Denver right now that you can say that team can come out of the West. The Grizzlies have lost 8 of the last 9 games. Phoenix, with Devin Booker, they at the bottom of the barrel right now. Golden State, they up and down all season right now. Do you really believe the Kings going to make a huge rush? No. They probably going to phase out in probably the first round. Bro, the West is wide open. The West is wide open.
My pick before the season started was Memphis.
You say you can win the West?
Yeah, Kings gonna win the West, man.
Man, they ain't winning. I don't see it, man.
I think they can get out the first round.
Some game 7s.
I think the Kings can. I think the Kings can get to the second round.
Wait till them playoff nerds come in.
If they get home court advantage,
whatever, man. The playoff nerds. Wait till them Sacramento fans get a home playoff game for the first time in 20 years or something like that. I'm looking
Who
forward
fifth
to
right now? The
watching them.
Clippers. Who fifth right
Huh?
now? The Clippers. Who number 5
Who
right now? The
fifth?
Clippers.
I don't even know what the seeding is. I don't know what the seeding is. I can't even tell you. Y'all have to tell
That's
me
what.
that.
That's a scary team too. A healthy Clippers team.
I mean, yeah, the Clippers be scary too, though. But I mean,
I think
I don't know.
I
I feel like
think
not
the
to
Clippers
sleep
gonna
on
turn it on
Sacramento,
in the
but
playoffs.
they got what you need though. They got inside and outside. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might. I don't know. I just
Who is
wouldn't
that?
necessarily sleep on them.
Who you talking about?
They got
Sacramento.
a better team. Yeah, Sacramento. I mean, they got a well constructed team right now, and they got
Yeah.
a nice team. Like I said, they got an inside presence, and then they can score from the outside as well. They can knock down some
Their
shots and stuff,
defense
and they
is
got a
just
point
real
guard who can
suspect.
attack.
Here's the irony. Here's the irony.
Well, I mean,
Sacramento's so good, and we beat them both times this season.
Well,
I mean,
That's the
I mean,
irony,
but
man.
arguably though, if you put the Hawks in the West or whatever, we softer anyway. We probably should be in the West. We might do a little bit better.
if we were,
We're
if
a
we in
soft
the,
team, so
let's see. We 27-26 right now. Let's see who's 20. Bruh, Dallas is sitting at the 4 seed at 28-20.
Really?
I mean, yeah, they sitting at 4, and everyone. Basically, Dallas is tied for 4 and 5. Phoenix is a half a game behind them. Oh my goodness! If we were in the West, we'd be doing so much better. But I will say this: the Kings will be a scary playoff team if Sabonis stays out of foul trouble. There's been too many times this season where he goes out early, in foul trouble.
He fouled out against us. Yeah.
look at Daryl.
Capella in the chat.
Welcome in, Clint Capella. Welcome in. Already
What's
see
up?
you.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's going on,
What's
Gerald?
What's up, Ticket?
I'm talk my shit real quick. Got something for y'all. All right. First of all, shout out to Kungwu for real. He had a massive game tonight. I ain't gonna take nothing away from that. He played real good. I'm proud of him. Double tonight. Clint, he got to give me a double, bro. Y'all know that. That's my whoever. If you play 20 minutes, both of our centers should be getting doubles. So, Kumbu got it tonight. Capella then got 9 rebounds. I need 9 points. I need more. I was trolling about a Kumbu because I know he been playing really inspired basketball the last 25 games, but I feel like he kind of let that opportunity slip by when Capella was hurt. That's my I guess that's like my main rebuttal. I feel like y'all's argument with Capella would have been more valid if y'all would have said Capella missed too many games. That's where that's why I feel like you got a legit argument if you talking about making a switch. Say what, Matt?
You don't think his production has been better the last 6 weeks?
I said he been playing inspired basketball the last 25 games. Oh, you saying better than Capella? Nah, they've been going back and forth.
Oh Lord.
Well, you got to realize, Gerald, Capella only been back for about 7 games here straight. You know what I mean? So it's not that long ago that Okongwu was still in that starting position, remember? So, Capella in 2 of those games, he was coming off the bench too, you know what I mean? So
the first I think it was the first 2 games where he was on that minutes restriction.
Yeah.
And then we win both of those games?
Yeah, when you talking about when Capella finished the game and not Okongwu?
Oh man.
No, I had to get you on that. But no, I had to get you. But yeah, man, I really think like, and I know I'm halfway trolling by talking about 6th man of the year by insinuating he needs to stay on the bench. But I do feel like if he goes to the 4, then he probably all NBA defense.
Yes.
If he starts at the 4, he's all NBA. He at least second team.
I believe that.
But with us trying to force feed him at the center position, that's not going to work in terms of when playoff time hits. because everybody in the East, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody in the East in the playoffs got size.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like, I think the only team.
Outside the Nets. Outside the
What's up? What's up, Mike?
Joe Biden is president, man. It's 2023. None of that matters. We can play Nate Robinson at center, and we win championships.
Come on, Mike.
Mike. But no, I think like
I don't know you, President. I just told you.
But I think we all can agree that in the playoffs, size will be an issue. Now in the regular season, you probably could get away with that more times than not, assuming we're all healthy.
Gerald,
we can get away with that.
Who the best team in the East right now?
Boston,
right?
Yeah. They don't have great size.
No, but Boston got 2'6". What they 6'8", like 6'8" wings.
No, you talking about Jaylen Brown 6'5".
No, hell, Jaylen Brown he taller than that because Murray 6'5".
Jaylen Brown 6'6".
Okay, 6'6". Sorry.
Okay. They got that. Yeah, they got big wings. And then how tall Robert Williams? 6'10".
6'10", but he don't play.
No, he's 6'8".
He's 6'9".
He's what one?
Robert Williams 6'8", or are you talking about?
He's not 6'8". Jason.
I'm
talking about Robert Williams.
The
Robert
center?
Williams is 6'10".
The center, yeah.
He Capella height.
But he bigger than Capella though.
He more. Well, I feel like more athletic than Capella, but.
Yeah, I'll give him that too. Yeah, he bigger and he more athletic than Capella.
He's 6'9", 237. He's small. He's shorter than Capella and he's smaller than Capella.
How big Capella is?
6'10", 250.
Oh, well, I told you.
But that shit wrong. That shit wrong. That must be Houston Capella.
They be playing.
Gerald, I'll tell you, Capella a waste of a jersey.
6'9". Robert Williams is 6'9", bro.
Oh, I got you. But no, that size gonna be an issue in the East. Even if we play Boston, we probably ain't playing them in the first round though. So who will we play first? Probably.
Yeah, we are.
If we
gonna be the 8 seed, Gerald. What's it?
If we play, yes, we are.
Who the 2 seed right now?
2 seed is the Sixers.
Really?
All right, we got that. All right, so that's Embiid, and then the 3 seed is who? Milwaukee.
The Bucks.
We ain't going.
All right. Well, we already know the size there. I don't think we're gonna be the 8 seed. We probably be the 7.
But
if we end up playing, we probably be the 7.
Even Philly fans say they need more size off the bench.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, but they had at least they have a guy that already legit got the size.
Well,
not even just that.
I'm not
it's not always about. It's not necessarily always about size. Even though I agree with Gerald, you're right, man. Because I agree with it. I was saying that myself. The size. Matt want to play all these midgets. But on top of that, though, like I said, in order to execute a smaller lineup, bro, you got to play with high IQ. You got to play with consistent effort. And you can't play like, no lack of a better term, man, like some hoes. You got to have straight dogs, bro, who going to play a lot bigger than what they are on a consistent basis, too. And, bro, I mean, I don't know. I just don't trust it, man. You filling out a small lineup like necessarily like that. Not with our guys.
I agree with that. I think LeBron, his team might be the last team like that.
Bro,
who might be the last team?
LeBron's Miami team might have been the last like team that was like dominant, but they wasn't like big.
They had Chris Anderson come out the bench who was 7 feet. They had
No, Birdman wasn't on 7 feet.
6'11", my bad.
He was like 6'9", 6'10".
I think he was 6'11".
No,
but all
Birdman wasn't tall like that.
All I'm saying was
who was they starting center?
It might have been, wasn't it Bosh?
Bosh was the starting center.
Yeah.
He was starting center, but Bosh ain't short.
No, Bosh ain't short, but that wasn't like no size.
Bosh
6'10".
I'm saying
Chris
about
Anderson,
like
6'10". He was 6'10". My bad, Gerald.
Yeah, 6'10". So yeah, that might, but he came off the bench. but I don't think that was like them. You could probably go to like the Bulls, like Jordan's Bulls. I can't really think of nobody else that was like really dominant. Now they had a 7-footer come off the bench,
The
but
Pistons,
not like starting.
the Pistons
Hey,
had
you skipping over the
6'9" Ben
Warriors?
Wallace.
Paul?
6'9"
I
Ben
mean,
Wallace.
Gerald.
No, which Warriors? Because the Warriors had how tall is
Bogut 7'1".
Yeah, Bogut was 7 foot, and
They didn't play no
Kevin
meaningful
and they
minutes.
had and then they had JaVale McGee.
And
They didn't play no meaningful
Ezeli.
minutes.
Yeah, and Festus Ezeli.
I said play meaningful minutes. They didn't play meaningful minutes.
Who didn't?
None of them.
Bogut only did. No, Bogut did. Bogut got hurt in Game 5, the same game that Draymond got
What I'm
ejected.
saying, what I'm saying is go look at his playoff minutes compared to his regular season minutes. It was a significant decrease.
Man, stop trying to put stipulations on the shit. They had they had to get.
Went down in the playoffs because they went
That's
small.
Matt,
It was
Bro,
smaller.
did they not have size, Matt?
They had size.
But they didn't
I get what you're
play.
saying. I get what you're
But
saying.
if I just said Andrew Bogut got hurt in Game 5, he obviously played.
No, but Gerald, what I'm saying is they went from like 32 minutes in the regular season to like under 25 in the playoffs. So yeah, you have size, but they're not playing. They're not.
But
out there.
25 minutes is what Capella and a Kongu split. That's still significant minutes.
Yeah, it's significant minutes because you can switch them in and out. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't no argument. Good try though.
It's an argument.
But nah.
Chris Bosh 6'11" though. My bad.
Oh,
I
Chris
just wanna
Bosh
get-
6'11"? Damn, I thought he
Yeah,
was
bro.
6'10".
He probably
Nah,
is
man.
6'11".
Chris
Now
Bosh is
Velociraptor
5,
6'11". Chris Bosh was 5. Chris Bosh was 5, bro. And he had to sacrifice a lot of his game for that Miami team to work.
But he had a high IQ,
He
man.
did.
High IQ.
Yeah. Yeah, that goes to what Mike was saying.
I'm not
Ball
against
at
adding a
Texas,
big. I'm just saying you don't need a whole team full of them.
No, you always want a team. You want a team to where you can have an answer for every situation.
Positionless basketball is the term being used.
No,
I don't know about
believe in that.
positions
Juan,
in basketball.
don't believe- Mike and them don't believe in
I
that.
don't
That's
know.
too modern.
I don't believe in positions as basketball.
No,
But
it's
you do
not
want
that I
somebody.
don't believe in that. Finish what you saying, Jared? Go ahead.
I don't believe in positionless basketball because you get put in certain situations, especially in playoff time, to where you might have to like play a certain style. Like I think it was when LeBron won in the bubble. They mentioned where it was certain games where, depending on the matchup, Dwight Howard might play 15-20 minutes a game, and we
Yep.
know how effective he was. But then there was other games where he didn't play at all.
Yep, it was. It was
So-
against Joker, against Denver, most of Denver, and then when they played Miami, because they have what's his name, Dwayne Dedman come in
Yeah,
a couple times, and like they throw him out there.
yeah. You don't none of that new age basketball shit. It ain't really but one team that done won that way, and that's the Warriors.
I think
But
Boston.
Everybody else has won with more of a traditional roster.
No.
Boston last year, they had one big.
They didn't win. They didn't win.
Oh well,
Yeah, they
you talk about a championship? No, but they got to the finals.
Yes,
And to me,
they,
they
they didn't win.
But they lost
No,
another
They had
position.
one big how though, Matt. They had one big how.
Who?
They had
Kevin
Robert
Looney?
Williams.
Oh,
Robert Williams, and he was
I
hurt.
mean,
He was hurt.
so
He was
hopefully
hurt.
not a big.
No,
though,
I
Matt.
said they had one big one. We got one big. We got
You
Capella.
but you said Robert Williams and Hofer not a big though. I mean, come on. I mean,
I don't think Al's not a
I
center.
wouldn't classify him as a big.
He's not a center.
He's a big for their playing style, but compared to the rest of the NBA,
Okay,
nah.
all right.
If he was at the 4, he a big 4, but not a 5.
Wasn't he?
No, I think he played the
wasn't.
5 because Robert Williams was hurt.
And wasn't he?
Only-
I don't know.
Only because he was hurt.
But I'm not against adding size. I'm just saying if you try to build a team like Milwaukee or any other team with size, I mean, there's no advantage. You're behind.
Well, yeah, and I'll say a couple things.
You don't need that. I'm just saying you need your roster needs to be constructed to where you can have an answer for every situation.
Mhm.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
Well, Milwaukee, when we were in the series until Bud did what a great coach does, as he is,
He
adjusted.
paid the referee to foul Trae Young.
No, what,
No, I'm just playing.
they played big with Lopez out there, and we were shooting them threes.
Yeah.
It was a contrast of styles.
They
small
couldn't.
versus them big.
They could not, because all you got to do is have a good 3-point shooting team, and then bigs become irrelevant. So what I'm saying is that now he adjusted because he's a great coach. And then
what
we
did
lost.
Bud do though, analyst? What he do? What Bud do?
Well, for starters, he changed
Trae
Brook
Young got hurt for
Lopez.
starters.
That's true.
No, they'd have beat us anyway.
No,
They'd have probably beat us in 7, but they'd have beat us.
Giannis got injured too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We would have won game 3 and we won game 4. I mean, we had a 3-1 lead.
One nobody on our team stopping Middleton, bro, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Middleton with Middleton averaged.
So that motherfucker went berserk.
Was Hunter there?
Hey, he put on a show.
Hunter was out. Remember?
That's right.
But if McMuffin would have put Cam on,
Bro, it wasn't nothing.
Yeah,
Bro, he cut them too.
No, he
Oh, that was late though,
No,
right?
he
He already had it going.
No, he did. No, we actually said we found it was game 6, but we said Cam actually guarded Middleton. He waited to the last game of the series to do it. He should have been. He started game 5.
But Middleton didn't really get off until he got off game 4 and he got off game 6.
Game 3.
It was 4 and 6.
Game 3 too.
No, I'm talking when game 4 when he had like 18 in the fourth quarter. Like he had a good game 3, but game 4 and game 6 was when that was game 3 when he had 18.
Yeah,
game
3. Game 3 he had 38 points.
I was at
that game. Okay, yeah, you're right. So it was 3 and 6, right?
I was at that game 3.
It was game 5 too. Game 5 he had 26 and he went for 32 the next game.
Yeah, so but the main games where he cooked in the fourth quarter, it was 3 and 6.
Yeah, it was. He was cooking.
Yeah, 3 and 6. Man, we wasn't beating them, bro.
And he
But
just
I will say he did put Cam on him after he started going.
They can stay on that hopium. I said they can stay on that hopium. That's why we still got the same roster now. Because because too many folks think that we were just a trade ankle away from beating the Bucks.
I think
we'd have lost in 7. I give you that. We'd have lost in 7 though. They literally are the most, bro. They are the most complete team I've seen. That team is the most complete roster I've seen since.
Well, you give credit.
Boy, it's been a long time since I've seen a roster. Probably San Antonio. Probably San Antonio.
You give
Golden State is incredibly dominant in the areas that they're good in, but they don't necessarily have an answer for every matchup.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
like you see what I'm saying? Like their offense. Now they're good defensively too, but their ability, their spurt ability, is that can cover whatever they lack roster wise. Ain't nobody else in NBA history got that. Well, like they're an anomaly.
I mean, with the Bucks, I mean, you give credit to John Horst for creating that roster, but you would still be implying that we would have lost 3-1 lead.
So what?
You would have still been. You're implying that we would have lost a 3-1 lead against them.
We weren't up 3-1.
When you look at the first 4 games, we won game 1.
What I'm saying,
we lost game 2. We controlled game 3, and we won game 4.
No, it was more in control. We were in position to win game 3, and then Middleton did. But then Trae rolled his ankle right at the end of the third quarter. Something.
I don't think we'd have won game 4 anyway.
Though, the Hawks fans, like what Juan has said, though, the Hawks fans love to gloss over the fact that Giannis had got hurt too, though.
But
he did. Yeah, he got hurt, and they beat us without Giannis.
He didn't get hurt in game 3.
Yes, he did.
No, he got hurt in game 4.
Game 4.
He got hurt in game 4, and then Middleton
Lopez,
came
you
to the
forget
rescue.
Lopez went off too.
Oh yeah, Lopez killed us all series.
And remember PJ Tucker got all those offensive rebounds off of John Collins?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Atlas. We wouldn't have won, bro.
I'm saying for what I was saying, it wouldn't have mattered with Trey. If anything, things were getting worse with Trey because he was having so much success, and Trey didn't need to go that route continuously in that series against the Bucks, scoring a lot. He needed to kind of do a little other things, because the Bucks was adjusting to things and everything. By midway of that series or whatever,
they have
when they put Drew Holiday on him.
Yeah, bro, they was about to win that junk out, man.
When they put Drew Holiday on him, that was it, bro.
I mean,
not even just putting Drew Holiday on him.
But I mean, but Bud is just an amazing coach, and he does things.
Drew Holiday was on him in game 1.
Bud is amazing analyst, but I'm saying he got every single roster piece that you could dream of as well.
But I agree. But what I'm saying is that you all are saying that we don't win the series. Okay, I can respect that. I don't agree, but I respect that. But so game 3, because we won game 4, we won it by landslide. We were beating them bad with Giannis. I think it was just our game that game. Game 3, right? We got out, hot run. Even though they started to make a comeback when Trey was still in, we were still maintaining an 8 to 10 point lead. Trey went out. We had no answer on offense. Herter was clanking threes in the corner. Bodie was clanking threes in the corner, and Middleton caught fire.
I'm saying because we should have been up 20.
Yes,
we were up 20. They came back.
We were, and they came back.
I'm saying when Trey got hurt, we should have been up 20.
But Gerald, what I'm saying is
that ain't enough.
But Gerald, what I'm saying is that the way we were keeping the game, it was kind of at arm's length, where they would try to get back in it, and then we would respond. But instead, Trey, like I said, he got hurt, and it's not necessarily that we were a Trae Young ankle away from going to the finals. We were a Trae Young ankle away from going up 3-1. If you take game 3, you take game 4. We're up 3-1, and then we're heading back to Milwaukee. They probably swipe us there, and then we come back home to try to close it out, or maybe we go there to try to close it out. But we would have had to have blown a 3-1 lead if you take out Trey's ankle. We would have been up 3-1.
No, we would have had to be. No, we should have swept every game that Giannis didn't play.
That was only like one.
It was two. It was two.
I mean, but Gerald,
that was one game.
2 games we missed.
No, it wasn't. It was 2 games.
It was 2.
No, it was 2.
Half of one. It was half of one in the other game.
Yeah, I would say he got hurt in the third quarter.
Trey didn't play in either one of those games.
Say what?
Trey didn't play in either one. So what do you mean we should have won?
What you talking about? Game 4, game 5?
We should have won both games.
Well, game 5 and game 6 without him?
No. I'm talking about the games that Giannis was hurt. We should have swept those games. That's what cost us the series.
Man, Lopez went off, man.
That's what cost us the series.
But Gerald, I think what Matt is saying, what I'm saying is,
Gerald,
we didn't have Trey those games.
That don't matter. That don't matter. I'm saying our chance to win.
Who we gonna wear it with?
I'm saying though, but you can't say that when we literally won a game without Trey in that series. So it's like, I don't know. It's like you can't really just say how you gonna win without Trey when they won a game without Trey.
But that was one game. We talk about sustaining it.
That wasn't.
Well, that's the whole point that I'm saying. Me personally, too. Again, I'm gonna tell you what I personally said even before. I personally said during that series that Trey also should not have came back until game 7. We lost game 6 because Trey came back. And I ain't even gonna go too far into that though, because Trey still tried to keep scoring. What I'm saying is that also too, if he kept that mentality, healthy or not or whatever, that was going to mess us up regardless in that series because of the way things were just going, bro. It was just adjusting to that or whatever. He didn't have to keep being that way as far as trying to get 30 plus and stuff. His butt came back on a bad ankle, knowing he can't push off and stuff, and still was in the same way instead of coming out and trying to be the assist guy and set folks up and letting everybody else in the do it.
But Mike, he
What?
did that. He did that the whole time. That's how we got there.
The whole time when?
I went back and I watched every single game. I went even some of the games in the regular season when we made the run, the turnaround. I looked at Trae Young, and we had so many shooters, which I'm very upset we let go of all those shooters. We had so many shooters where Trae would penetrate. He either had the lob, the floater, or he kicking out the Gallo, Herder. He had Bogey, Lou Williams out there. He had
I'm
Deontay.
talking about this series. I'm talking about this series. I'm talking about distinctively watching. No, I'm talking about. Let me finish, bro. I'm talking about the series when he came back from his injury. You can remember distinctively at times Cam had it going, and Trae on his bum ankle forced shots to try and score because in his mind he that dude this and that. And that's when even then back then I was saying new Pat. I was bringing up the question in. If we got another star player, would Trae get out the way? And that goes into the Miami series. Miami, he quit against Miami. That's why he let Dre get off. And he literally passed to Dre and said, "Go ahead." I ain't never seen that man do that before in my life. I ain't never seen Trae do that before. But again,
go ahead, Mike.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro. That's just what happened, bro. Like, if anything, our best chance at that, if y'all believe it, we beat the Bucks. Hurt Trae, should have stayed out, rested up a little bit more, and came get 7. If we lost the series in 6, it is what it is. But the team won without him. We lost the next game without him.
25 or 30 without him.
Bro, but like I'm about to say again, you came back home again without him. Okay, play with the team. Let them go out there and play again. Them boys could have did it. They could have did it, man. No, you ain't finna win every single game necessarily. Like Gerald was in a sense saying, but if you would have went 3 games with them, they probably could have pulled out 2 of them because you had it at home. You had it at home. I'm saying literally hurt Trae, messed up that flow of that game 6 times or whatever. He just did. It is what it is. He messed up the flow of it. He did, bro. Like, it was times distinctively. I ain't finna justify Cam, but if they say Cam asked for a trade after the conference finals, it's probably because of that game. Because Cam had moments when he was going and traded and just keep going to him. Cam was playing deep and coming down on the other end was hot. Again, I ain't finna defend Cam because there's a little punk move still. And he ain't nowhere to be seen anyway now, so it's hard to say that. But
he said
the
Lloyd
flow
Pierce hurt
of
his
the
feelings.
game at the time, bro. Huh? What's up, Anna?
He said LP hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Gerald,
not-
you
yeah,
wasn't
he-
up here
he
earlier.
let LP
Hey,
get
Gerald,
fired.
what do you think about what Finisher said?
What did he say?
Earlier he talked about how Trae, people, a
Say
lot
what
of
Trae
fans
does.
don't value what
It's
he
easy.
gives. They're spoiled, by his production.
Real
And
quick,
then he
because he
said,
MVP.
like I said, people don't think what Trae does is. People think what Trae does is easy. People were bricking wide open shots that Trae was setting them up for.
I think what Finisher got to realize, and I think everybody on the panel can agree, when we criticize Trae or any other player, it's in the mindset of us having the goal of winning the championship. So if we criticize Trae for, let's say, a step back jumper or something like that, a step back 3, we're thinking it ain't necessarily only that, man, that was a dumbass shot. Is that if you shoot that shot right here in game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals, you're going to shoot that same dumbass shit and we're going to get sent home because of it. That's more. So it's not. So it's not.
Awareness.
So what?
You said he won't have situational awareness.
It ain't that I don't. I think he got situational awareness. I think that a lot of times it's his ego. I think his ego blinds it sometimes. So what ends up happening is he just sometimes he shoots us out of the game, bro.
Answer that man question, Gerald. You think it's easy or not? You think what he do easy?
No, what he does is easy. No, I don't think it's easy, but I don't think it's enough to get us to the promised land.
To answer Finisher, I don't think it's necessarily easy, but at the same time, though, I think fans think some of y'all, or maybe like Finisher, think it's harder than what it really is. So I'm gonna say that too as well. It ain't, if you think some fans don't show it to you, I don't necessarily think
to lead the
some of
league
the
in
things
points
is
and
just
assists
passed
is
on.
easy.
Rapid fire. Who's your
I
MVP
didn't
for the
necessarily
night?
say that again though. Everybody don't get to hold the ball and run every single play like he does. I mean, it just if you
we got 25 seconds.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna end it. But thank y'all all for tuning in tonight. Good win. Hopefully we don't get slaughtered tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you.
We're about to go to the meet.